Hello, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe to it. Go to our homepage, click on the subscribe button and stay updated. In a recent interview, the greatest wicket taker in the history of the game, Muthaiya Muralidharan said, "In T20s, I wasn't a particularly good wicket taker. It took me 6 to 7 years to grasp the concept of T20 bowling. In Test and ODI cricket, I relied on my accurate line and length. But in T20 cricket, length is not an important factor in wicket taking." Anyone who has followed T20 cricket recently may have noticed an absence of off-spinner's name in the bottom 4 names of the team sheets. Indeed, in the past 4 years, only 5 conventional specialist off-spinners have taken a T20 international wicket in the men's game. It may seem like conventional specialist T20 off-spin is dying. However, the truth is that it was never really alive at the elite level. The general agreement nowadays is that off-spinners suffer across all cricket from what could be called a matchup problem. A matchup is essentially any relationship between a batter with a certain feature and a bowler with a certain feature. Like, let's say, a right-arm medium pace versus left-handed batters is an example of a matchup. Statistical generalizations can be and are made about different matchups based on large amount of game data. And cricket analysis can tell you that bowling type X is strong against batting type Y, a positive matchup for the bowler, and weak against batting type Z, a negative matchup for a bowler. In T20, off-spinners have a strong positive matchup against left-handers and a weak matchup against right-handers. The issue they face is that there are simply a lot more right-handed batsmen around than the left-handed batsmen. Would you want to pick an off-spinner as one of your top 4 frontline bowlers to bowl to 1 or 2 batters? All evidences suggest that the answer should be no. The way teams have gotten around this is by stacking their side with spinners that turn the ball away from right-handers and then looking for a batter who bowls a bit of off-spin. Bowlers that fulfill this role in international cricket today include Moeen Ali, Washington Sundar, Mohammad Hafiz, Mohammad Mahmudullah and Glenn Maxwell. And with Ashwin being the most prominent international T20 off-spinners going around today. As a result, the conventional specialist off-spinner often misses out on selection. So as previously mentioned, conventional specialist off-spin is out of fashion in T20 cricket today. This, however, is not a recent trend. In no particular order, the 10 highest off-spinning wicket takers in T20 international cricket are Mohammad Nabi, Mohammad Hafiz, Rohan Mustafa, Mohammad Mahmudullah, Glenn Maxwell, Syed Ajmal, Ravichandran Ashwin, Nathan McCullum, Graeme Swann and Johan Botha. Nabi, Mustafa, Hafiz, Mahmudullah and Maxwell are all primarily batters. Ashwin, Ajmal and Botha possess the ability to turn the ball both the ways. We are left then with just Graeme Swann and McCullum in this top 10 who are conventional specialist off-spinners. Indeed, we can pinpoint the struggle of off-spinners right at the beginning of T20 international cricket. The first major event in history of T20 was the 2007 World Cup. This tournament came around at a time in which the understanding of the T20 game was still pretty simple and underdeveloped. Sides at the tournament included within their squads conventional specialist off-spinners such as Mehendeki Shabalala, Prosper Utsaya, Dilruwan Perera, Jeremy Snape and Majid Haq. As a whole, teams were generally pretty happy to select off-spinners. Despite this, however, of the 4 semi-finalists at the tournament, only New Zealand had included a conventional specialist off-spinner in their squad. In fact, they had 2, that is Nathan McCullum and Jitin Patel. New Zealand did not make it to the final. It can be tentatively suggested that even in T20's early years, conventional specialist off-spin lacked effectiveness. The idea is further supported by the fact that up until 2008, only 3 conventional specialist off-spinners were in the top 50 T20 international wicket takers. It is fair to say then that across the life of T20 international cricket, the classic off-spinner has struggled. Perhaps more disconcerting for today's emerging off-spinner is that this struggle can be attributed to a structural disadvantage they face within the game. The message to a young T20 off-spinner is clear: learn to bowl a dusra or learn to clear the ropes. A big thank you for watching our video. We hope you like the content. In fact, if you like the content, kindly share it and please do subscribe as well. Thank you once again.